Today is one of the most highly anticipated trading days of every single month. Why? Because it's the first Friday. It's NFP, non-farm payrolls, the biggest news event that shakes pretty much almost every time it happens, the entire Forex market. But this morning, I've been able to find a really great breakout trade on GbpCad. We've been long since about 5:45, and I want to break that down for you guys right here. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the feed, do me a favor, hit the red subscribe button below me, join the family, that way you don't miss any other winning trade recaps just like this one. And now, let's get into the trade. All right, what's going on, traders? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Austin Silver. If you're new, do me a favor, like I said, hit the red subscribe button. What we're looking at here is a long position on GbpCad, so I want to break it down for you and show you how I'm going to manage this trade and close it in profit before news hits. As you can see, we're up about 12, 13, 14 pips. It's getting some volatility here as we're finally breaking out to the upside. If we flip over to TradingView, you can see I was watching this for a long breakout, mainly because all the indicators were telling me we were long biased. We were above the daily pivot point, EMAs were in an uptrend, TDI was in the buy zone. The only thing that was an issue that I saw, potentially getting in the way of this trade was the Asia high. That was at 1.7053. That price set at about midnight last night was tested 3 times. Those 3 tests show me that it could be resistance, but when all the indicators are in our favor, and we see a risk reward setup like this, the best thing to do is just size down and still be involved if you want to be. You don't need to let all of the trades pass you by. If enough of your parameters are met, this is why you need a risk profile. This is why you grade the trades. Being NFP, that should go into the grade. Being inside the Asian range, showing resistance that high, that should go into the grade, lowering the probability, lowering your size on a trade like this. But you don't have to sit it out. And because I took the trade, stayed patient, waited to see if we got an exit signal, and we didn't, I'm now in profit. So we're 35 or so minutes away from news. We're up, holding the 8 EMA, up above Asia high, and we're going to give this time. I'm hoping that we can extend to 170.87 before the 8:30 news. That's the pivot point that's in our way, but ADR has plenty of space to go. If you look above, you can see the ADR line is way up here. So we have plenty of space if this wants to go what it does on an average day, and all I'm asking for it to do is give me a little bit more than 2R here to the first pivot point. So like I said, 30 minutes until the news is in. I will be out of this trade before news, and I'll come back on and update you guys as we get closer. All right, guys, it is 8 o'clock here. We are up over 13. You can see now 15 pips. I just closed about half the position here at 1R, and I moved the stop loss into profit, as you can see. That way we can't lose any money on this trade because 1, it's Friday, 2, I want to make sure that we end blue on the week, don't want to give any money back, and 3, like I said, it's NFP. You don't want to play games on Friday that's NFP. This is the most impactful news event of the month. This is going to shake probably the entire market. We're going to see spreads open up and things are going to spike. We want to make sure that we're not involved when that happens. So I took off a good chunk of the trade here, and now I can't lose any more money at all. I shouldn't say that. I can't lose any money at all on this trade. So if we take a look at the 1 minute, you can see the consolidation took a good period of time, but it never broke and held underneath this 1 minute 800 EMA. That's the same thing as the 15 minute 50 EMA. The structure ended up holding well, and now as you can see, we're pushing off. More importantly than getting caught up on the 1 minute though, look at the 15 minute. It broke the 8 EMA just for one candle and then quickly returned. And if you've taken my course, you know that a break of the 21 EMA like this with a small weak candle that looks like this sometimes is reversed very quickly, and that's why you want to hold into trades. If it breaks with a strong body, that's where I'm going to look to get out. But if it doesn't, I see reverses like this often off the 21 and off the 50, especially when the 21 and 50 are close to each other like that. So now we waited through, we moved into profit, we've taken some off, we're up now even more than where I just closed it, and the stop is locked in profit. If we go back to MetaTrader, you can see we're up 19 pips now, and I'm going to give this more time. Like I said, I'm running this till 8:30. It's either going to my take profit or I'm out, I'm going to close it manually before news. So I appreciate you guys sticking in with me. We bagged a little bit of money here. Blue on the week, really solid. I hit Euro NZD on Monday while I was away. Yesterday, a very slow win. I believe it was on GbpCad. That was, again, I had to close that before news. That was like 4 or 5 pips, very small. But now here, sticking with the same process, we find a great winner. So I trade Monday, I trade Thursday, I trade Friday. You see how every week it's a little bit different. You just got to pick and choose your setups. You're trying to win more than you lose and identify good risk reward opportunities like this, and they'll compound and grow your account pretty easily. So I'll give you guys an update in a couple minutes. And like I said, I appreciate you being here. All right, guys, it's now 8:22. We are up about 25 pips, as you can see. I just took a little bit more off and moved my stop loss higher. The reason for that is because I have an exit time with this trade. I have to be out of the trade in the next 7 or 8 minutes. So with that being said, there's no reason to take the whole thing off. It's better, I think it's smarter to move the stop loss higher as the trade pushes up, just in case it picks up some volatility or in case the NFP news starts to shake it up before I can react. You want to bump that stop up. So not every reaction, not every management style will have me moving my stop up. Not every trade. Sometimes it'll just move to a certain point and I'll take it. Maybe news is coming and I just want to get out sooner, whatever it may be. But in this situation, I'm fine with moving the stop up and letting this thing continue to build. So we have 7 minutes now left. I'm up about 20, 21. You see it's going up to 25. We'll give it a few more. I'm not going to hold into 8:30. I'm going to come back on in a few minutes and we'll wrap the whole thing up. We'll watch how spreads open up and we'll see what NFP does to the entire market. All right, guys, we have a minute and about 30 seconds until NFP hits. You see the spread starting to open up, so I'm going to take the trade right there, send a message to the VIP chat so they know that I am full out of the trade. You can see that was a really nice 25 pip rip. It almost went to the full 2R that I had set originally, but I think, start to finish, we managed it really well. We have the news coming in about a minute and a half, and that's going to shake the whole market. If we look over at Euro USD, you see this has been kind of sideways today, and I think we're going to see big wicks here, big pins in about a minute. So let's just stay on here together. We'll take a look. I'll run you through right here. On the GCAD setup this morning, it wasn't a breakout for a new high of day. It was more like a pullback entry. I liked the overall uptrend, like I told you already, because of the consolidation overnight, right? You can see this kind of wedge formation building. If I draw lines like this, you can see here, you have that building, right? Into here. So you can see that consolidation kind of forming, but it's moving higher lows. So I'm expecting that breakout to the upside with that market structure, with those EMAs in the full uptrend. 800 EMA is way down here at the bottom, this blue line, and the TDI being in the buy zone. So all three indicators, I said that at the beginning, were telling me that this was going to push higher today. It's just a matter of finding the timing and being patient. I think this could have easily made you exit when it pulled back down and went under the 21 for 15 minutes. But if you study the course, study my system, you know that this is not an exit signal. You got to give this more time if you have a good setup like this with good technical indicators. So now 17 seconds till news. We will watch here on Forex Factory. We'll hit refresh. We'll see how the non-farm payroll numbers come out in about 10 seconds. We'll see what this does. I'll pull up MetaTrader again so you guys can see the spreads. Right now, spread is up to 15. It's good that we're out of this trade. Look at that. 15, pushing down. So this probably would have stopped me in profit at this point. You don't know how much it's pushing down. Now it's back to my entry price. Now it's getting crazy. And again, this is why I don't trade NFP. You can see the spread right here, 14 pips, 11 pips. These spreads are crazy. It might still push higher. Again, we normally have the right direction, but how am I going to survive that pin? And then you would say, well, Austin, you have the right direction. Just leave your stop down here. When spreads open up, sometimes it's too fast. The computer doesn't even paint it, and it could even hit you down here. It won't leave a wick. It'll just move price, and it won't leave a wick. So you got to be out of your trades before NFP hits. Look at Euro USD getting the tank. Dollar index pushing higher. Let's see why. The news was actually supposed to be bad for the dollar, so let's see how it came out. It was forecast at 90K, came out way higher than forecast. Unemployment is higher as forecast. So that came out on point, up 3.6%. Up to 3.6%, I should say. And GCAD here, not really doing too much. It's good to be out of this trade before a news, guys. So now you see the winner in the bag. It's a nice way to end our week between the three trades. Monday, Euro NZD while I was on vacation. Yesterday, Euro CAD. Had to close that for a small win before news. And then here, had to close this one for a nice win before news. So sticking to the same process, the same entry signals, the same exit signals. It's the same thing in all my videos. I hope you guys are starting to see that. And if you want to get involved and understand how to take trades just like this and follow this repeatable process, please reach out to me, drop a comment, let me know what you need. I'm always here to help. Until next time, guys, I'll see you on the next trade recap.